When I first bought my Porsche 911, one of the issues I knew I'd need to get sorted were the wheels. The tyres were quite old, the front ones were 15 years old, but amazingly still had reasonable tread on them. One of the rear ones needed replacement and the other was fairly new, but when you actually look at the wheels themselves close up, you can see there's a lot of corrosion and the surface is deteriorating. From a distance they didn't look too bad, but as soon as you got up close they looked pretty poor. So originally my plan was to get the wheels refurbished and buy new tyres to get on them. Someone suggested to me that one of the options might be to buy a set of tyres or set of wheels that already had tyres on them, and it could work out a lot cheaper. And in fact that's what actually did happen. I managed to get a set of Carrera 3 wheels, which were from a Porsche 997, that only cost me £500. So that's with refurbished wheels and virtually brand new tyres. So it was an excellent purchase. The only thing was the offsets were slightly different compared to the 996 wheels. They were ET57 and 58, whereas the 996 wheels are ET52 for the fronts and ET65 for the rear. I've now fitted the Carrera 3 wheels to my Porsche 996 and they fit perfectly. There's no issues at all. The rear ones are wider and fill the arches really nicely. They're 285 width rather than 265, which is the standard for the 996. The front ones again fit perfectly, they don't rub, there are no issues in terms of the fitment. But because of the offset they are slightly recessed into the wheel arches compared to the 996 wheels. So what I've done, you can just about see it in there, is add in a 5mm spacer. You just see that shiny steel disc on the hub. So I've added that in, which being 5mm, it brings the wheels out to exactly the same size as the original 996 wheels. So the offset was ET52 on the original wheels and these ones are ET57. So the 5mm spacer will make that exactly the same. The only thing that you do need to do is just to add longer wheel bolts. So you can see the shiny wheel bolts there that I've added in that are 5mm longer, just so that they work with the spacer to give exactly the same length and hold the wheel onto the hub. So really pleased with the way it's gone. Like I say, there's very little information available online whether these would fit correctly onto the 996, but they do.